morning, Millennial Morticians. Happy Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of this incredible podcast. I know you could have chosen to be anywhere today, but you decided to be with us, and for that, I am grateful. First and foremost, I want to thank the sponsors of today's video, Faveo Memorial Live Streaming. Check them out at faveo.org. If you want live streaming simplified and redefined, check out faveo.org. Well, I'm excited, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I have an exciting topic for us to talk about this morning, something that's going to enlighten you, empower you through your day and your week, and really make you seem and feel heard and felt. The title of today's episode is There's Only One Me. There's Only One Me. I got the title for today's episode, because there's a lot of pressure in the world around us in funeral services and the job that we do, and we have a high industry burnout rate. And that's something that I think that over time will slowly begin to be phased out of the industry. And what you'll see is you'll see more of a rotational aspect, I feel like, in funeral services, where we have more of a balancing act between front of the house and back of the house, operations in the funeral home, allowing people time to rest, recoup, and kind of gear their mind in a way that gives out quality work and efficiency, because that's what funeral service is about, and service. And so when you put all of those things together, you get a well-oiled machine and a well-oiled funeral home. Now, what I've started to realize is that being who you are, being the person you are, we're stretched in a lot of different directions as human beings in a lot of different places. Some of us are husbands and wives and children, and we're doing a whole bunch of balancing. And it's hard to balance in funeral services when you have so much going on in your personal life plus your work life, and you feel stretched thin. And so today's episode is a reminder that you're only one person, and you're doing the best that you can do with what you have. And in funeral services, it's common for us to be, we're the type of people that always say yes, 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 yes. And we don't say no very often in funeral services, especially when it comes to our own mental health, when it comes to our own rest, when it comes to our own rejuvenation and recharging. And what I found is rest is important. That's why when you look at funeral homes back in the day, when we have these funeral apartments, we have some in my state of Virginia, funeral apartments are a valuable component, because now not only can I do all the work I need to do, but I can go and rest, and I have a place to stay, and I don't have to worry about what's going on outside of this industry and what's going on, because it moves so quickly. So I encourage you and I empower you to take some time to recharge yourself so you can give out the best quality work, the best quality service that you possibly can. I don't want people feeling like they can't say no, or there's too much going on for them to take a break or to take a vacation. I want funeral services to be an area, to be a field where people can see longevity. And I feel like for so many decades before this, we couldn't say that we were that type of industry. And I think now that that's changing, now that the momentum's changing, now people can start to see and say that funeral service is evolving, and people are becoming more, not only higher quality workers, but they're becoming more engaged, more focused, more recentered. And we're starting to put some of our personal priorities first. And we're blending that with the service of families and helping, because that's really what this industry needs. And that's what this industry was built for. It was built for people who genuinely care. And when you use words like care, like anything else in life, everything comes at a cost. So at the care of our families, we were a detriment to ourselves, and that's why a couple of years ago, and even a little bit still now, you'll see people who have been in our industry 50 years retire 1 month and then are later deceased or soon deceased after, because that personal care is neglected. And I think funeral service should be a 360 care business where we're all getting cared for and we're all getting fulfilled by what we do, even despite the traumatic and the sad circumstances. We can make the one person that we are feel like 10 people with energy if we know what to do and how to do it. And draining yourself and cutting yourself short and just not giving yourself a mental break, you're hurting your battery capacity. I don't know if you guys have an iPhone. The iPhones, they have that battery capacity bar, and they tell you how much energy you're burning, what apps are you using the most, what's taking up most of your energy or most of your battery. It'll tell you now these days. And so I have to ask you, and I want to clarify that we're not trying to deplete our batteries so quickly. We're trying to keep them full and sustained so we can have a long and enduring career in funeral services. And that starts with me, that starts with you having the mental capacity, the mental strength, the heart capacity, the heart strength to serve people. And even though we're one person, if we can handle ourselves appropriately and with quality and with excellence and with care, we can make others feel like we're 10 people because we're so good at multitasking and doing different things at the same time. Well, guys, I'm your host, Jaden Folks. This is the Millennial Mortician podcast, a podcast that engraves, and I hope it engraved you to get through this week and to get through life in general. You're just one person, but you can do incredible things. Anything you put your mind to, your heart to, and your energy towards can produce great things in moderation and with consistency. So make sure you're doing those things and you're being honest about who you are, what you're doing, what you want to do, and then you're not feeling so burnt out, lagging, and tired. People want to see the life that's in you and the light that's in you. Love you guys. Peace. Catch you on the next episode. Hope you have a blessed week.